Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and I know today is not the most fun day in terms of crypto price action. Bitcoin's been in the 18,000s at parts of today. XRP at the time I'm recording this, about 44 cents. I know. So let's have a positive video. Take a look at this headline. XRP surging 37.5% in week makes it second most profitable crypto among top 100. So again, I know at the moment I'm recording this, prices are down, but I want to make this video anyway because, frankly, how many times have you seen Bitcoin maxis living under their bridges? I don't know how they're getting Wi-Fi, but they're on social media and they're typing up all sorts of nonsense, cherry picking specific time frames showing that Bitcoin's outperforming XRP, this or that. And I always point out how ridiculous this is. I mean, hell, XRP is one of 3 cryptocurrencies that has always been in the top 10 cryptos by market cap for its entire existence. The only 2 others that can claim that would be Bitcoin and Ethereum. So there's 3, Bitcoin, ETH, and XRP. That's it. So XRP, despite everything that's going on, even with the SEC attacking XRP holders effectively, still performing incredibly well. And over this week, it's the second most profitable crypto out of the top 100. I've also got some additional perspective I want to share with you from somebody who I think is rather insightful. He's not a fan of XRP, but he's also, this one guy in particular, not a troll about it. There's no shortage of trolls. I'll highlight a couple of them too because it's fun to look at how Bitcoin is their religion effectively. But no, this guy in particular, he may not be a fan of XRP, but I do find him to be pretty insightful and seems like a nice dude. But he does seem to think like, look, the bottom's already in, and he articulates why. So I want to share with you positive perspective. So you know what? Just good vibes for this video. Before going further ado, and be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. So into this piece from you today. According to CoinMarketCap, XRP was the second most profitable asset in the top 100 cryptocurrencies by market capitalization for the week. In the past 7 days, XRP closed with a 37.5% gain on the opening price, with a momentum gain of 56%. Now, surge in question, the surge of an XRP quotations rather, was driven by the sudden light at the end of the tunnel in the SEC v. Ripple litigation, in which the regulator intends to have XRP recognized as a security. It was then revealed that Ripple, an XRP affiliated company, intends to get a speedy end of the lawsuit. You know what? I'll accept that. There are still, I kid you not, even in 2022, and it's becoming more rare, there are idiot C-student crypto media journalists out there, I use that term journalist loosely, who will state that Ripple is the parent company of XRP. I kid you not. I don't know how these people get their own shirts on anymore. Like, it does not make a damn bit of sense. Anyway, piece continues. Coupled with that was a positive note from Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, who managed to meet with one of the CFTC commissioners along the way, representing some opposition to the SEC. Yeah, so we're talking about Caroline Pham, and she has been very vocal in speaking out against Gary Gensler's SEC, and I've happily reported on that for months at this point. Anyway, and then they say, in addition, an undeniably positive development for XRP enthusiasts and investors was the entrance of the Chamber of Digital Commerce, which is committed to providing perspective to the court and taking the side of the crypto community. Yeah, look, the more third parties have nothing to do with Ripple specifically, who are like, no, what the SEC is arguing makes no sense, the better. And so despite all of this nonsense occurring, and XRP being the most attacked crypto in all of crypto probably, I mean, arguably, you could certainly make that case, it's still way up. In fact, take a look at this tweet on this topic from my fellow XRP YouTuber, the Digital Asset Investor. He wrote, "Secrets you won't hear on CNBC or CoinDesk. XRP has outperformed both Bitcoin and Ethereum for the last 7 days, 30 days, quarter, and year, even with a fake SEC lawsuit." Well, okay, so technically the lawsuit's very real. The claims are fake BS nonsense, but I got the cut of his deal. So 7 days, just pick your metric. And here, I'll even show you right now. I'm not going to read the numbers, but they're on your screen right there. Here's XRP. You can see the 7-day, 30-day, 90-day, 1 year, and same for Bitcoin right here. So it turns out for the last year, XRP's been a better investment than Bitcoin. And it's just That's why I always laugh when you cherry pick the points, and that's what I'm doing here. But that's the point. I'm speaking out against it and saying how stupid it is. But even though I am admittedly cherry picking a time frame that makes XRP sound good, I like doing that specifically, not just to call it the idiot Bitcoin maxi trolls who do the same thing, but then act like it makes sense to do that. But also because, again, as I said multiple times in this video already, XRP's under attack by the SEC, has an artificially suppressed price, and it still was a better investment. How about them apples, huh? And it's been so interesting for the last week and a half, 2 weeks, whatever it's been to this point, seeing all these positive headlines pop up. Because look, I check on most days probably plus or minus like a dozen different crypto media outlet websites. And the headlines, my gosh, it's like everybody's coming to recognize the incredible performance of XRP. And you're not seeing this from other cryptos. Like look at this from Crypto, for instance. I'm not going to read the article. I'm just pointing this out. XRP boost to $13. Pundit outlines ultra bullish prospect for the price milestone. And look, that price level, I don't think that sounds wacky. I don't know when that would potentially happen. It doesn't go up in a straight line forever. But when you have a finality in terms of what's happening with the SEC v. Ripple case, when we're back in a bull market, my gosh, like the idea of XRP getting to that level, that would not even give it a market cap as high as Bitcoin when it was at its all-time high, and presumably it would have a new all-time high that's even higher than that when it was almost $70,000. And then there was this from the Daily Huddle. XRP whales move massive batches of crypto, sending $130 million in flurry of transactions. And again, I'm just highlighting this stuff. It's getting covered to a degree that is not the norm. I mean, it always gets covered because fine, it's a large cap coin, but man, this is like on a different level. So in terms of what can we expect on a gloomy day like today in terms of price action anyway, you want a positive message? Well, look, Bitcoin does lead the asset class in terms of price action. So, I'm pro Bitcoin. I've been holding it since 2017. I've been holding XRP since 2017. XRP's, I'm very public about this. XRP's my personal favorite cryptocurrency, my largest holding. I don't mind at all that Bitcoin leads the asset class. And so understanding where Bitcoin is important to us as XRP holders, as holders who probably, I'm willing to bet vast majority of you hold a number of different currencies, cryptocurrencies. I hold probably close to 30 at this point. This is the thing to watch. And so Mark Yusko, he's definitely not a fan of XRP, but he's not a jackass about it, because some people really, truly are. And I got a couple examples of that for fun after I run through this information right here, though. But I just find it to be insightful, rather. And so he runs Morgan Creek Capital Management with Anthony Pompliano, who is a Bitcoin maximalist. Mark Yusko doesn't strike me as a maximalist. He just doesn't think that XRP makes sense. And that's kind of astonishing to me, though, at this point, because they're citing some of the stuff he said in an interview on the Thinking Crypto YouTube channel. I listened to the whole thing a few days ago. And it's just astonishing to me that he says he doesn't see a use case for XRP. And I just it's like one of those facepalm moments. And so I like the guy, and it's not that you can know everything for every crypto, so okay, but this is a large cap crypto that he's looked into. It's one of the only cryptocurrencies that's used in enterprise-grade software. And we're just talking about Ripple and me stating that. Positioning XRP as a bridge currency. There are obviously other use cases. But it's just astonishing me that he said that. I was actually really surprised, too. He didn't get any pushback from Tony, the host, at all. He just said that. Just blatantly, obviously not true if you've done even the smallest bit of research. I was surprised he didn't push back. Nothing against him. I'm just saying I was a bit taken back by that, because I know that Tony's very pro-XRP. But even so, like I said, I don't need people to agree with me for me to like them, and opinions change over time. He made it very clear that he's also, if you can articulate why XRP makes sense, then he's willing to be persuaded. That's what he said publicly anyway. But I do think he made a lot of sense when it comes to what's going on, and especially considering all the macro environment, everything that's going on there. But, even the people that I find to be most insightful, you can always find things where you're not going to disagree with them, or not going to agree with them, rather. So here's the headline from the Daily Huddle. Hedge fund veteran Mark Yusko predicts face melter crypto rally, says Bitcoin has bottomed out. Face melter. Anytime you bring out the face melter, I'm down. I want to hear more about the face melter, because I've said this too. XRP, when it goes, it will melt faces. There's going to be gross little puddles on the pavement everywhere you go. It's going to be gross. It's going to be so awesome. They're going to look like little vomit piles. Totally disgusting. You're going to accidentally, it's going to be on the bottom of your shoe, and be everywhere you go. Just like, and for those of you in 2017, even if you were in crypto, you may have been like, why is there all these vomit chunks everywhere? Well, those were faces that got melted by XRP. So expect that to happen again here. Piece reads as follows. Morgan Creek Capital Management founder and CEO Mark Yusko thinks that crypto already saw the worst of the bear market when Bitcoin slid close to the $17,000 level this month. It was June, I believe, though, wasn't it? Wasn't it technically? Huh. Let's take a look. We've got this open. I could have sworn I didn't catch that. Wait, how far does this go back? Oh, wait, that one goes to July. Is that right? When did it hit that? Because we're at the end. Well, yeah, I'd probably have to zoom in. I don't think it's going to pick up. Was it really? I can't tell. Okay, well, I'm not going to hold you guys up any further. I can't tell. I'm just on live coin watch. It'd be easier if I were on like TradingView or something because I can't zoom into that fine of a level. But either way, regardless, so it looks like it was not June, so it would have been July or August. Maybe it technically was last. I'll tell you, at this point, everything blurs together anyway, so I could very well be wrong on that. Whatever. That's fine. I was just curious. Moving forward, in a new interview on the YouTube channel Thinking Crypto, Yusko says that the price of digital assets may still go lower amid a sell-off following the much-hyped merge to proof of stake for Ethereum. The hedge fund veteran says that crypto markets have bottomed out and are now on track for the next bull cycle. And here's a quote. I actually do believe crypto winter is over. I believe we're in crypto spring. I believe we have seen the bottom. That doesn't mean we can't retest it. It doesn't even mean we couldn't go a little bit lower than that. But I really do think that the cathartic unwind of the leverage in Bitcoin happened, and I do think we're having a little follow-through here with a buy the rumor, sell the news about the merge. I think there were a lot of people that thought when the merge happened, suddenly everybody was just going to buy Ethereum, end quote. Yeah, I'll tell you, I didn't. I've seen this too many times in crypto. When there's a known factor occurring on a specific date, that's the date where the selling happens, not the buying. The buying happens before that, leading up to it, as more people find out about it. That part was an obvious one. But he's right. So like, yeah, we're seeing downward price action for XRP in the broader crypto asset class. So what? We're seeing that today. So what? It's not going to stay here forever. So even if we do dip a little bit lower, I don't think it matters. Piece continues. Yusko says that even if the Federal Reserve decides to keep increasing interest rates, it will have a limited impact on global prices as the downturn batters nations worldwide. And here's another quote from him. My personal belief is we're in recession. It's a shallow kind of 2001 style recession, not a depression. I think the Fed could over-tighten and break things, but here's the thing. How many Fed hikes are going to change the price of wheat coming out of Ukraine? It doesn't matter, right? It has nothing to do with it. How many rate hikes are going to change the price of natural gas from Russia to Europe? It doesn't matter. You could hike like 50 times. It's not going to change the price of gas. They're not going to lower the price of gas because they got you over the barrel. How many rate hikes is going to change the pandemic policy in China and fix the supply chain so I could actually trade in my car and get a new Kia, end quote. And so Yusko says that should the Fed pivot from its current stance on interest rates, the move could be bullish for crypto. And here's a final quote from him. I think we're in a recession. I think because of that, the Fed will reverse. When they reverse, we're going to have a face melter of a rally. I mean, a face melter because the shorts are going to get scorched and the amount of shorts in crypto is massive, end quote. Yeah, and so that part makes a ton of sense to me, and I've been saying as much on this channel for many months. At some point, the amount of tightening is going to decrease because the Fed's rate hiked several times this year, most recently 75 basis points, that's 0.75%. And at some point, it's going to slow down. It'll be 0.5%. And then eventually you get to the point where you're neutral. You're at parity. You're just going to keep it where it is for some time. And those will be things that will effectively be catalysts for markets. So think stocks and crypto, with the reason being that it's a sign that, well, let me back up to make sure everybody understands it. The reason that the rates are being increased in the first place is it's an attempt to tamp down inflation, to get lower economic activity because inflation is too many dollars chasing too few goods. So by increasing interest rates, you get less of that activity. You get fewer individuals and businesses seeking loans for anything because it's more costly. So you get less economic activity. They're intentionally slowing down the economy. So as the Fed signals that they're decreasing the rate hikes in terms of basis points, well, what do you think that's going to do for markets? As that happens, that'll be a signal that things are going to get better. Markets will rally, people will start throwing money in. And inflation is not going to go up forever. You know, the most wild money printing in the history of the United States already occurred. So, and we're not seeing it quite, I mean, there's always money printing and the dollar's always getting debased, but if you're not seeing it quite on that level, and you're literally not right now, not like that anyway, well, then you're not debasing the dollar as much, then you're not going to have as much inflation. So that in conjunction with, you know, the Fed upping interest rates, it just takes time, you know. So they're doing these things. It's obvious what's going to happen. You know, markets are going to get better. The recession at some point will end and life will go on. That's what always happens. You know, it's just scary times for people, but this stuff always ends. To think that there won't be a face melter of a rally, yeah, of course there is. And the whole asset class moves together. So I will say kudos and congratulations to you for paying attention to what's going on right now, because so many people, when you're in a bear market like we're now, people just stop paying attention. This is the most important time to pay attention and take action if you're going to take action. So I'm not telling you to, but I'm saying for people that want a position, man, when markets are going down, it's best to buy when there's blood in the streets, not when people are euphoric about stuff and prices have already rallied hundreds, if not thousands of percent. So anyway, on a day like this, I just thought it would be nice to remind you that everything's going to be okay, all right? There's nothing, just my personal opinion, nothing scary going on here. I am not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.